As the owner of a recruitment firm, I get questions a lot about AI and if I see my business in recruitment not existing because of the prevalence of AI and the sophistication of AI. And I think there's validity to that concern, but I do not see it as a threat for a couple of reasons. I think one would be AI is dumb. Like, I feel like a lot of the times when I hear people talk about the threat of AI on hiring, it's someone who hasn't used AI regularly. And it's as someone who uses it quite often and teaches my team how to use it quite often, it's dumb. And I don't think it's going to get much smarter. I think that the applications and the use cases for it will expand. But I think that the underlying models are just so big. It's like if you've ever, when it's snowing and you're making a snowman and you roll the base of the snowman down and it gets pretty big. But the more you roll it, it can only get so much, like that first push, it increases in size exponentially. But then once you get to this mass, and you keep rolling it, it becomes harder to roll, just kind of picks up a lot of dirt too. And the size of it is marginally increasing as you roll it on more snow. And I think the same thing applies to these AI models. They're just trained on this massive amount of data that they're not gonna get much better than they are without like years and years and years of human iteration because the outputs are terrible. Anyways, that's point number one, is that I don't think the models are that good. Point number two, as to why I don't see it as a concern, is I think it is an augmentation of the human mind. I don't see it as a replacement. It doesn't know what good outputs actually look like. You still need that human in place to do the prompting and to adjust the output and to do something with the output. Instead, I think it greatly accelerates the ability of an individual. And number three point why I don't think is because the market. Regardless of what I think and how I feel, we continue growing in the amount of placements that we do. And it's because a lot of business owners have realized, tried for themselves, and found out, oh wait, it's not actually the marketing replacement that we thought it was. It's all influenced by the human. Because artificial intelligence doesn't exist without natural intelligence, without human intelligence. Last week, I gave my team the Claude course material to go through. And it's been amazing to see the sort of how their wheels get spinning on automations and how they can use Claude to get there. I think that, and a lot of the example people will bring up often is like, oh, the layoffs the companies are doing. They're laying off because of AI. First of all, those reports get put out every year. The companies lay off every single year. They're like, okay, these people suck, let's hire new ones. Like, that's typical. But two, I think that if your job is being replaced by AI, you sucked at your job in the first place. There is market for good talent. There will always continue to be a market for good talent. AI may shift the landscape as to what roles we're replacing. 5 years from now, the recruitment firm will be placing drastically different roles than we are now because of AI. But there's no world where I see that being a replacement for people. And I'm investing all my resources into this bet. I think that as a lot of valuations of recruitment companies, of work like Upwork is going down, I think that I don't agree with the sentiment and I want to bet against that. There will always be a market for great talent.